Good morning. How are you? I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Ladies and gents, I don't really know what day we are on this journey. I have 4 days worth of editing to do, so I'm guessing we are around day 11. We started the challenge on November 17th, and on God, I thought we'd be finished by now. But no, here we are on December 8th. Let me give you a quick recap on the numbers. The 17th, 102.50. The 18th, we had a minus day of $7.50. The 19th, 121.25. The 21st, $30. The 24th, $91.25. The 25th, $165. The 26th, $62.50. No trading on Thanksgiving. I didn't trade on Thanksgiving second day, also known as Spend All Your Money Black Friday. December 1st, we got 67.50. December 2nd, minus $13.75. December 4th, $185. Last Friday, we ended ahead with $37.50. You can do the math. That means we're up to $862.50, giving us $137.50 to get to that $1,000. Where are we at 8:30? And as usual, here's the disclaimer. The context is subject to change if we exit a value area or the day's range. So let's get going. You can see that on the day chart, we are still pretty much one time framing, meaning all of last week. Not once did we take out a previous day low. So that certainly signals that we are in a trend up. Okay, let's go down to the 30-minute. It's easier to see it. On the 30-minute, price is sitting squarely inside of yesterday's previous day's range. Yesterday's previous day's range was the high was 69.05, the low was 68.66, 25. So you can see that we are squarely in the middle. Going down to the 1 minute, because it's just a little easier if we're on the edge, and I think we are on the edge. In terms of the value area, the region where 70% of the transactions took place on Friday, you can see that as of 8:39, we are sitting inside of yesterday's value area, actually Friday's value area. So we are inside range, inside value, and that gives us a balanced market to start with. Let's just take a look and see what happened overnight. Oops, not that one. Excuse me. Overnight, of course, you can expect that we are price eventually did go above yesterday's Friday. I keep saying Friday's fair price, so we are above. But you can see, even though we are above, last night they did try and come back down and check and confirm whether Friday fair price was actually fair. And you can see that they have determined up until this moment that it was considered a little too low. So, where does this leave us? Well, if we open up in a balanced market, meaning if we stay inside value, which is between the yellow lines, and inside range, the market is considered a balanced day. So, we can expect to have balanced trades. We will be trading from the outside edges back into the inside or our mean reversions. However, if for some strange reason at open price leaves the value area, that means we would be in this little gap here. And when we're in this gap, what we can expect is we can expect to see maybe price might go up and confirm that yesterday's or Friday's previous day high was too high and head back down. Okay, and if it does that at open and we do start heading up, that would tend to be an impulsive move on the participant's part. It will stay impulsive as long as we get up here. When we get here, we might do a little price check. If it leaves this region, we can anticipate a trend day up. However, if it doesn't leave the region and we just hover here and start heading back down, then we have some responsive action and we will see if they get back in here. Okay, so it's for now, right now, inside. We're pretty close to being outside though, so who knows? And I will see you back at market open to give you some idea of where we are. Until then, go grab a cup of tea and I'll be back. 9:30, just a quick update. We started inside yesterday value area high, so that means for the context we're inside. Look for mean reversion trading. The market is doing a quick price check on yesterday's point of control, Friday's point of control. You can see that here, this big red bubble. Here's a twist in the development. We just checked Friday's point of control, and you can see that we're not too far from yesterday value area low, Friday's value area low. So if we leave this side of the range, um, again, the context will change and we won't be inside. We would be looking to see if we leave previous day low. And if that's the case, then we would have a trend day down. So, like I said, nothing is guaranteed because the only thing that is guaranteed is nothing is guaranteed. But you do see this big block of liquidity that's sitting right here. So we will see if they're able to penetrate it. It looks like we're leaving the value area low the from Friday. If we do that and we take out overnight low, then we will see the velocity of the sellers if they can get it down to previous day low. And if it gets there, then inside is off the table and we're looking at perhaps some shorts. And just like that, the sweep indicator was activated, and you can see now we are heading back up to our variable high volume node, which is a small mean reversion trade. It's not enough range for me to try and enter. I would like a little bigger range because that leaves me more room for error. Outside of the value area, heading down towards previous day low. So far, we've had a down day. If we take out previous day low, that would be the first signal that the uptrend might be fading or petering out. You can see right around here we had another little mini mart, and it did kind of trigger that it was going back up to the mean. But again, that range is so small. We're talking like 4 or 5 points. So again, it's not worth it for me to risk it because right now, for us to be going up, we would be going counter trend. So far, the market has been trending down this morning. I'm still waiting for a move. Finally, the buyers are showing their dominance. This is the first time in a while that they've been back in control. But still, here comes the sellers once again. We're right around the fair price of the morning. If we can get back down to like around 71, that might be worth it for me to try and ride it up back to the mean. We will be outside of value area low, but it depends on what type of volume comes in with that. This was a nice little mean reversion trade that I missed. It came down and it checked overnight low. It had a slight little mini mart. My only hesitancy is because to get back to our mean, which was this variable high volume node here, or even, you know, yeah, to the variable high volume node, it was only like 4 points. Again, it's I would like to try and get like a little 10-point range. I am going to be patient and wait for it. I'm going to just flip over to the regular chart so that you can see why I'm a little hesitant in um, trading, entering a trade, because we're on the 1 minute here. I don't usually use time frames, but I'll show you what it looks like on the 1 minute. And you can see this little up and down, up and down. That's, I don't want to mess with that. I'm looking for a bigger move. So that's why we're on the sidelines right now. I'll be back. We are in a trade, and I entered, and I'll tell you why. Because we got to where the sellers pretty much had a support, or the buyers had a support system, and then we started picking up some volume going down. And because we've been trending down for most of the morning, I'm leaning towards a down until it shows me otherwise, and it hasn't shown me otherwise yet. You can see that we are outside yesterday's value area low, and the volume is pretty much consistent. They are adding some blockers right here, this liquidity, but I do have my stop in place for 71, which is right around here. That would be where I have a temporary resistance right now, and we won't lose too much money. That's a pretty tight stop though, because I'm thinking the stop should probably be around here, but we'll see. Also, I have another contract on deck if we get past 66, because then that would put us below previous day low. I anticipate when we get to previous day low, we'll probably do another little mini mart price check kind of thing, and that'll determine whether we're going down or not, or whether we're going back up into value area, um, and then doing just mean reversion trading as I stated earlier. We're in two contracts right now. I put that there because I don't want to lose two contracts going back up. Being a trade with two contracts going back up. So we're back to one. And we'll flatten at 70. That would be $20. Should I even let it get that high? We'll flatten. We are finally outside yesterday's range. We're below yesterday's low. We are 3 minutes away from setting up IBH, excuse me, IB values, and we're in two contracts. I'm going to take the money because I think we're down like $30, $40 right now. So I'm trying to always leave with something. But like I said, we're outside. So we are 3 minutes away from setting IB levels. I'll come back when we set them. I have set the IBH and the IBL, initial balance high, initial balance low. You can see them there, they're yellow. Now why you wanna go and do that and do that? To set it. And there is a 90, so what? There's a 90 something percent chance that it'll take out the IB, either IB high or IB low. I'm gonna bet and say that it's gonna go to take out the low. We'll take that quick trade down. Where do I want to put? At 69. Oh, that's so much money. Darn it. I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna put it at 69. It's $35 loss. Why am I choosing 69? Because it's right at the outer edge of this little distribution right here. I should really be at 72, but I don't want to lose 50 bucks. But that's where the stops are probably located. So technically, I should really take that chance. There's usually a 1% chance that it doesn't take out either the IBH or the IB low. Hope today's not that day. Am I going to let it get all the way up there? You know, I hate to lose. Mm, I'm going to flatten. Darn it. There we go. We're getting taken out. Darn. We're at the area where the sellers came in the last time, but the buyers are coming in pretty strong right now. Or I should say consistent. Looks like we're going to get taken out. Just as an FYI, my stop should have been at 72. We didn't take out the IB low. Um, I will come back one last time if I get in a trade. We're currently in three contracts. Again, I have the conviction that we are going to take out the IBL, and we'll see. Darn. I think we got into that third contract too quickly. IBL is 68.58. If we get there, I'll take one off. The pressure of trying to get that $137 to close out this $1,000 challenge is looming over my head and causing me to have poor judgment. Well, not necessarily. I probably would have had poor judgment without that. I'm going to take off one at 64. Don't want to lose too big. Oh no. We'll take that one off at PDL and hope that it turns back around. We're currently in two. Sixty-one. We're adding back one if it gets below here. We're back at three contracts. And there's that silly little sweep indicator thing coming back in the wrong direction. That's why I called it silly. You've got three contracts, so I can't add a third one. I mean, I can't add another one. We took out previous day low, so at least that got rid of the one time framing activity that took place last week. If we get to IB low, I'm taking off one. You can see that blue box, and we'll just keep the two. You see how they're adding the liquidity below IB low. I hate to keep you guys in for such a long time with no activity. I almost want to stop recording and then bring you back in if we win or lose, but my keyboard swiftness isn't that strong, so I can't do all of that stuff. 62. Take one off at 63. We're in three right now, and we're just diddling and fiddling right where we shouldn't be fiddling and diddling. But come on, little sellers, do your job, do your job. I was trying to check to see if we had any naked volume pointer control, but I don't want to open up that chart. We're still currently holding two contracts. We're back to one. And I think I'm going to get out and take that money. I flattened. I'm going to check and see if we are in the green. I'm getting a little bored with this, so I will come back and let you know what our P&L is for the day. I'll be back. Hey good people, I am back. It is now 4:15. Last time we spoke it was around 10:45. I did go and check our P&L and we were ahead, not by a lot, just a smidge. I think it was like around $30. And I said to myself, you know what? I can finish off that $100 this afternoon. So I took a big break and decided that I would come back between power hour. That's between 3 and 4. Well, good news, bad news. Let's start with the bad news. I didn't make the $100. Instead, I lost an additional $110. So now instead of just being down $137.50 away from our $1,000 goal, we are down $247.50. But I do have some good news, and it's twofold. The first thing, in terms of context, we were spot on today. And that's the most important thing because once you master context, you can master the market. The second thing is, in terms of good news, we get to do this stuff all over again tomorrow. So, tomorrow we come back, we have a new goal. It's now 247.50, and we'll be extra careful because it's the day before FOMC, and we'll hope for the best. Till then, smooches.